On this week's episode, we talk about the Olympic opening ceremonies and how everyone's real upset about them. Robert Downey Jr. is back in the MCU, but you'll never guess how. Paddy Pimblett's victory in UFC 304 and how the way his unconventional fighting style is, the best way to be. Also, if you own a Ford, don't buy any new ones because in the future, they'll be calling the cops on you for speeding. And then on this week's Am I the Asshole, does not ordering food when you're out with friends so that you don't have to split the bill make you the asshole? Find out. We'd like to thank Mark Stadler, Kylie Gangwish, Colby Jordan, Chantel Stadler, Kevin Garahan, Andres Valles the God, Colton Zamersla, Pantera Girl, Professor Rusty J. Lugnuts, and Adam Pacino. Enjoy.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Welcome back, kids and coaches, to another episode of West of Nowhere. I am Levi.
And I'm Shane.
Yeah, I thought about doing an Australian accent because I've been doing it a lot this last week, but I decided against it until just now. So
It wouldn't have made any sense either.
yeah, well, I don't know. There's like half of our listener bases I'm friends with on Snapchat, so they
Oh,
they
okay.
would have understood.
Nice.
For those of you who don't know, I have been talking in an Australian accent at work with some of my coworkers. For what reason, there is none, but we're having fun. We just started doing it one day, and now that's like the fucking thing, and it's how we get through our day,
Nice.
of monotony.
Okay.
You know how, like, when you're killing time on the flight line waiting for jets to come back or pilots to walk or whatever, and you just kind of do random shit to fill the void.
My favorite time-passing question is, would you rather suck one dick 10 times or 10 dicks one time? One dick 10 times? Yeah, there we go. Boom. And the conversations that I've had about that question...
That's a smoke pit question if I've ever heard one.
Dude.
Yeah.
It is. I've spent hours with multiple people just like really diving into that question. Dude, yes.
The amount of dicks or the amount of times they'd like to suck a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Those questions always befuddled me because when I was first presented with one like that, I was fairly confident that the only reason it was being, asked to me was because the person just wanted to
blow you,
be like, you're gay.
Okay.
It was just an extension of a you're gay joke, like, because that was the time frame, because that's like, it's just all you're gay is how it ends. And so I was just like, I don't want to answer this question because no matter what I say, you're just gonna be like, you're gay. Never once did I go, this is like a major life philosophy, philosophizing out here about dicks and reps taken.
I think when you can do that with a couple of friends, you and those friends have reached a new level of like friendship, because it's no longer
male bonding, baby.
Yeah, it's no longer about if you would actually do it or not. It's like if you had to.
Yeah, this is like a life and death situation.
Yes.
How are you gonna get out of it? You're gonna suck one dick 10 times or 10 dicks one time.
And most people, once you sit and talk to them about it, it's the 10 dicks one time.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me because, like, if you don't sit and talk about it, everyone just goes, or I think my immediate response was one dick 10 times. But if you do that, you guys are dating. So
yeah, that's a good point. And no matter how you look at it, you're getting reps in. So by the 10th one, you're probably getting through pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's the same dude, you're right. That is a relationship at that point. Like, it's a situationship at 5.
Right.
10, you're dating and you met their parents. You know
yes.
what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
This isn't just an assumption. This is statistical fact. If you've sucked somebody's dick 10 times, you've met their parents.
If you haven't,
I'm willing to go out on a limb and say that.
And if you haven't met their parents, then they're not that serious about you, and you should probably stop sucking their
They
dick.
have another girlfriend or boyfriend that they don't want you to know about is what's going on. Yeah. And did we ask to be the lifeline of relationship advice? No, but we're here, and we're here for you. All right, so we got a caller. No. It just turns into fucking Love Line or whatever that show was. Oh, man. All right. So we got some comments. We got the old reliable. We got T. Ferg and Kylie in the comments. So let's Kylie coming in hot. I knew this was going to happen because we talked about Elvis, and I purposefully continued to talk about Elvis because I know she fucking hates him because he's Chimo, you know what I mean? So
I guess.
She says, I absolutely don't like Elvis because he was a pedo. Capitalized pedo, by the way, which I don't know. Why would she? Well, that's such a random word to capitalize, but just the P, not the whole word.
Look, look, okay, I know you're not gonna like this, Kylie, but they didn't get married until she was 21, so maybe not.
And we can't prove that he actually did anything.
Exactly. Look. I think that you should get off of Elvis's back.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
And here's the thing: she sucked his dick 10 times for sure. You know what I mean? Oh man.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. So anyway, pretty cool. Her other comment was about our Donnie impressions. She says they're spot on, which I don't agree with. I think that they're good caricatures of him. We're not good at impersonating him Shane Gillis level of
dude.
He just becomes him for a little bit.
That's insane.
But to be a caricature of somebody, I think I do that pretty well in a lot of ways. I do it with my accents that I do, and then for sure the German one. The German one is an atrocious, flamboyant, fucking that movie Bruno.
But I think your Russian accent only works with that filter on.
Yeah, with the big mouth. Yeah. And it makes the voice extra squeaky too, which makes it hilarious.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Milosh.
Exactly.
I try to amp it up when I'm not doing the filter, but I can't get that high. It's impossible. All right, so let's get into some T-Ferg comments. All right, so his first comment is about the firefighter whose jacket Trump hugged for whatever fucking reason. His comment says, according to some other reporting, the name misspelled a lot on the firefighter's jacket. This still made Trump look terrible to anyone not his fan, which is true. Yeah, his fans probably didn't even care. Didn't read it, can't read. You know. He also, I like this comment a lot. He says, I want to see a movie about peyote horse. An ancestor of mine, his horse ate peyote while he was trying to move to Mexico in the mid to late 1800s. Gonna go ahead and go out on a limb and say it was part of the Mormon, when all the Mormons went down to Mexico because Utah said, you can only have one wife. And they're like, I'm fucking out of here. It appears they didn't end well for the horse, and he was so skittish after coming down that they ended up putting down the horse sympathetically. Damn. Which is wild because isn't ketamine for horses? I think it's I don't.
Yeah, but I thought ketamine was a tranquilizer, you know?
Yeah, but it makes people hallucinate. It also tranquilizes them, but it's supposed to be weird fever dreams.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
If you ever get bored, look up post-surgery ketamine recovery stories. They're pretty interesting.
Wow. Okay.
A couple podcasts that I listened to talked about they got put under and they used ketamine, and then also ketamine therapy is a big fucking thing, and that's essentially the mushroom therapy. Anyway.
Yeah.
That sounds like, first of all, I've had this thought a lot. What animals, hallucinating for animals is like, because you can't already perceive what it's like to be an animal because they're so instinct based and we are not. We're so cerebral in the way we do things. We have a lot of instinctual behaviors, but especially especially where now we're not in a fight or flight situation most of the time,
Yeah.
where we're comfortable in our Mojo Dojo Casa houses, chilling.
Yeah.
We're so far removed from that kind of lifestyle. So, like, I try to think from an animal, specifically Ragnar's perspective, like, what are you thinking about when you're
Dude.
doing shit?
So
And I have no idea, but to know what they were thinking about, and then also one step further, what it would be like for them to be on any kind of narcotic would be hilarious.
yeah. So I think that it would just be they would just like Bo when he dreams, it's just him like barking and running.
Yeah.
You know, like
I
every
think
time
that's most dogs, right?
So
They get the little kicky feet.
Yeah. So I think if they were like hallucinating, they'd just be barking and running around hallucinating. You know what I mean? Just like fucking
Chasing like some giant squirrel or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
squirrel made of diamonds or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then you got to think about the color, because like their color field is not the same,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Because it's all, I can't remember what the gradient is, but it's I think it's like a blue yellow gradient.
How do they know that though? Like I just like
Well, it's the same
everyone
way they
says-
test like our eyes for like you can. I think it's like retinal scanning that they can determine what the eye is receiving and what it's. You know what I mean?
Sounds made up.
It's very technical. I was a dog eye doctor for a time.
It's a dog.
Here's a good question. T-Ferg wants to know: would you guys pay $18 for a Big Mac meal? No.
I mean, yeah,
$18?
Think about it. Think about it. Have you ever fucking Uber Eats or fucking Grubhub McDonald's?
Not McDonald's. No.
Oh, well, as someone who is an avid eater of McDonald's,
I know you have, because we talked about it last week. You dumb shit. But here's my thing:
Yeah.
is you got to be smarter with these fast food apps, because they all have coupons in the app. Grubhub and DoorDash and Uber Eats have coupons sometimes, but not always. Pro tip: use a web browser for those things and download the Honey extension, so you can get because Honey scans whatever you're buying and shows coupons that you can apply.
Oh, nice.
So I do that every now and then, and sometimes it works on DoorDash, but sometimes it doesn't. Like when I was broken and couldn't go to the fucking grocery store,
Yeah.
I'd have my groceries DoorDashed, and then
nice.
every now and then a coupon would pop up, and I'm like, oh hell yeah. But for fast food, it's not always the same, and you can't use in-app coupons on the order in fast food unless you order through the fast food app.
Yeah.
So McDonald's has a couple coupons that are kind of banger. Like they have every now and then it goes up to 30%, but there's a regular 20% off your entire order if you order through the app,
Yeah.
which is cool, because then you can just say, all right, cool, I'm doing that, and then I'll pick it up, and then you don't have to pay delivery fee. But if you can't drive there, then it's, then essentially the 20% off is the delivery fee. But Burger King used to have some pretty gangbuster deals, but I haven't eaten at Burger King in
I
a long
fucking
time.
do not like Burger King.
Yeah.
Like they need to revamp.
What
Something.
don't you like about them specifically?
I just don't like the taste of the meat.
Okay.
Like the flavor of the burger, like no matter what they do to it, like it doesn't yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
All right.
did you see that Arby's is now doing burgers?
No.
Yeah. Well, fucking there we go, dude. They have all the meats now.
Yeah, they've collected them all. Fuck. Now what? Yeah. No, I did not see that. I don't know. I feel like Arby's is one of those things where every time I see something about them, I just go, okay.
Dude, I love their beef and cheddars, dude. I love it. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
the classic beef and cheddar.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I
Like,
like
I
that
wanna order it
sauce
right
they
now.
put in there. I don't know
Yes.
what it is, but there's a sauce that they put on that bitch.
The
and I'm
Arby's.
like,
Yeah, it's Arby's
is
sauce.
it the Arby's sauce?
Yeah, yeah.
Big fan.
Dude, it's just barbecue sauce. It's like their barbecue sauce.
Oh.
Yeah. And it is fucking so good. And now that we're talking about it, as soon as we stop recording, I'm probably going to order Arby's.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Anyway, so those are my comments that I've chosen this week. If at any point during this episode you're like, man, I want to fucking say something and have these idiots respond to it, leave a comment on the thing, and maybe we'll read it depending on how many are in there. But yeah, so a lot to talk about. Let's start off hot with the Olympics are in town. Well, not in town. They're in Paris, but
They're in town.
pretty cool. There's a lot of cool shit going on. The opening ceremonies have been top notch. My main lady, Celine Dion, fucking killing it. I thought she had some sort of debilitating thing, and I can't remember what it is, and I probably should have looked it up before I started talking about her. But
Explain.
she still got the fucking pipes. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude, she's an amazing singer. Yes.
What?
The Marie Antoinette thing, was that just like a dummy?
Oh yeah.
Or
so you're
like-
talking about the video of, or like the Gojira fucking set, which was on the concierge. I don't know. It's fucking French. It's an old prison
Yeah.
and turned palace, turned whatever the fuck it is now. But yeah. Hold on. I gotta still. I mean, I have the whole video pulled up, but I've been seeing that it's on YouTube.
That is
taking all of them down.
wild.
So, yeah. So what it looks like to me is that most of her body is actually below the window,
Yeah.
and so this is a mannequin
Yeah.
here, and then I don't know if these are her arms or if these are somebody that's behind her, but because I can't imagine you. Well, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
You might be able to pull that off, but
That'd be
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
and then there's like fucking dozens of them filling this thing, which is so rad.
I thought that was cool. Oh wow.
Yeah. They got
Nice.
the pyrotechnics and shit, and Gojira's just
Dude.
just killing it. Did you watch it? Like
I did not watch all of it. No, I've just seen clips and stuff. And
I'll send you this link when we're done. It actually, like, the problem is that it's fucking NBC is presenting the thing,
yeah,
so you need like Peacock to watch all of it, which is very frustrating. But I found this video, but there's an interlude because the song they're singing is from Les Mis, I believe.
oh nice.
Which is I'm pretty confident that's about like where it takes place during some revolutionary times in France, right? And
Not
the
sure.
song itself is a revolutionary song,
Okay.
and so for them to be playing that song on the Bastille, on the fucking like the building where prisoners were held during the revolution, where Marie Antoinette spent her last days before they chopped her fucking head off, having people look like her with their heads chopped off. Like, France is making their own decisions on this, but
yeah.
and we've kind of talked about it, but there's a lot of protesting that had been going on in France over this last year or two, and a lot of Americans are like, they're trying to send us a signal. Like, no, I think they just kind of wanted to fucking speak on their own shit. Like,
Yeah.
it could apply to a bunch of different things, but like where French farmers were like dumping dirt and shit in random cities at like town halls and shit.
Wow.
Like, yeah, the French common people are not to be trifled with. I think we've learned throughout history that
It's the only time they win wars against themselves. So
yeah, that's, I mean, historically not accurate, but
it's funny. God
Yeah.
damn it.
yeah, but it's fucking wrong. Also,
I just want to say, what other metal bands have performed for the Olympics? I think that's pretty dope too. Because
I don't know, but I have a friend who is in a metal band, and he was talking about this, how Europe in general has a very larger appreciation for metal than, like, Americans think that we have like a pretty good appreciation, but like American metalheads like metal.
yeah.
In Europe, metal's pop. Like, that shit's like popular. Like,
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
yeah, like, so we think that we love it, but they like, that's like just a part of their regular shit. Like, obviously they have regular pop stuff too, but like, it's not as
Fringe.
It's not as fringe as it is here.
Yeah.
And it's even not that fringe here, but you know what I mean. So pretty cool. There's a lot of other shit going on with the Olympics. I don't know if you've seen the this thing where people are comparing this scene. This is where the blue guy. There's a hold on. Where's he at? I had it pulled up.
I've seen the clip of.
So
I've only seen the stills. I've only seen the stills of that, and then people comparing it to the Last Supper. But I didn't think it was supposed to be that, right? Like, it's supposed to be something else.
Well, here's the thing: is this guy is a comedic singer.
Okay.
By trade, he is also very not controversial, but he likes to. I guess a little controversial by our standards, I suppose.
He's like a shock jock?
Huh?
He's like a shock jock almost?
No, he's like he's a comedian, actor, singer. He puts videos up and shit. And he's, this is kind of just his speed. And people are like, oh my God, they're making fun of the Last Supper. They're desecrating this holy image, which is, first of all, there's fucking 38 people in this goddamn picture. I don't know if you've seen the Last Supper, but there's 13. Jesus and his 12 disciples. So that's way more. There's 15 I counted just in this picture, and there's more off screen.
Well,
already not a direct copy, and also, to be fair, that guy's painted blue because he's supposed to be Dionysus, aka not Jesus. I don't know if you've ever seen a picture of Jesus. He's not blue. So, and even if they were making fun of it, who gives a shit? It's a fucking painting. It didn't, it's this. They're acting like this painting is exactly how that fucking thing went down.
Look, you don't know that it wasn't, okay?
I've seen History of the World Part 1. I know exactly how it happened. But
I also kept seeing videos of when you had that picture pulled up, there was a person on the far right in the blue dress with the beard, right? For me, well, for you, it's probably not, yeah, in the blue dress. Yeah. I saw them singing, and people were up in arms about that too, and I was like, I don't get what's wrong.
I don't get it either.
Pretty person, I don't know, with a beard.
I don't know. I did see a picture where this fellow's testicles were hanging out of his shorts. So
fun.
It's covered up here, which is good, but
yeah,
so not ideal, but also it happens. We've all been there. We've all been there, timer 30. But there's so many people who are like, this is so sacrilegious. I can't believe you would desecrate the image of Jesus. And then simultaneously, they'll share pictures like this.
Which is the exact same thing?
Or like that.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So, yeah, pretty cool.
that second picture wasn't like Last Supper-esque or at all. No.
Yeah, no, it's fine because it's got Trump and Reagan in it, which everybody knows are better than Jesus. And here's the other thing: is this isn't even the thing that they should be mad about at the Olympics. Here's what you should be mad about at the Olympics: is there is a convicted child raper performing. I believe it's volleyball, sand volleyball, or whatever the hell they call it. There's a different name. I think they call it handball or some shit, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. See, I saw an article, but I just didn't click on it. It was some guys this guy might be in danger of being banned from the Olympics.
Yeah. So apparently assaulted or whatever. I don't know. I wasn't there, but she says that he assaulted her and then he was convicted of it. So what does that tell you? But she was 12 at the time.
Oh.
And he only served 13 months for
What the fuck?
Yeah. And he's Dutch. So Austin Powers' dad had something going on when he said that he doesn't respect the Dutch. Cause,
the Dutch do things different.
Yeah. And realistically, I haven't seen anybody... I've seen a couple people mention this, but I feel like it should be a bigger deal. I don't understand why it's not, but... He's there. He's competing. I hope he fucking breaks.
It is
a leg,
weird that he
literally.
was convicted and is there. That doesn't
And they're
make any
like,
sense.
but he's got to represent the fucking Netherlands, bro.
Look, there is nobody else in their country as good as him. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He is the best at handball.
He's
And
the best.
look, everyone knows
around.
that if you're really good at a sport, people look the other way. Come on.
That's a good point.
Like,
O.J.
stop
Simpson,
Like, stop being so
Kobe
upset.
Bryant.
Like, what he did happened. He went to jail. Now he's out. His life is, he's different now. Okay. He's different. I need you to
Yeah.
stop being just so judgmental.
I wanna share a picture that I found that was very funny, where
Oh, no.
people are saying, the Olympics went woke. First of all, I don't know if these people just have never thought about Europe in general, but Europe is very loose, fast and loose with the rules about a lot of things. They're very, very progressive in terms of how they handle sexuality, because they actually teach people proper
Yeah,
sex education.
Yeah. I feel like everyone forgets that, like, all the boring people who hated sex came to America,
Yeah.
back in the 1700s.
The people, the Puritans, escaped what is religious persecution. They say this as if it was them that were being persecuted. No, they were persecuting other people, and their religion was too strict. So they were like, fuck it, we'll go to the New World and we'll be fine there. And then somehow people are confused that Americans are uptight about a lot of shit. But I want to share this thing where
Okay,
they're
all
like, the Olympics has gone woke. And it says the first Olympics, and it's just dudes banging
Oh,
on
nice.
on a legit Grecian vase or plate, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think it's a plate.
So fucking funny. Yeah, and I said it once, I'll say it again. We got to go back to the original Olympics. Everybody's got to compete naked. It's a return to tradition. So if we could get on that, that'd be great. Other big news, we got the return of Robert Downey Jr. to the MCU as one fucking, I don't remember his first name, Von Doom.
Just say
actor?
Doctor Doom. No,
Dr.
I
Doom?
don't think it's Hector. I think Von
Hector
Doom.
Von Doom.
It's not Hector. Stop
It's
it.
gotta be
It's not fucking Hector.
Hector Von Doom. Hey,
It's
Victor.
not Hector,
I was
yeah.
so close,
Dude, not
even.
Hector, Victor. I mean, they
Hector,
rhyme.
Victor. There. That's. I'm literally
Two letters off.
letters
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Come on, you gotta give it to me. Anyway, how do you feel about this?
How are they going to address it? Are they just going to put a shit ton of makeup on him?
What do you mean?
Like, he's very clearly Tony Stark, all right?
Oh,
very clearly.
I got you.
So when they, because like he's not gonna be, when they first introduce him in the movie, he's not gonna be in this fucking ironclad man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be a little bit of backstory for the people who have no clue who the fuck he is.
Well, here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Here's what I'm thinking.
All right.
What if?
Nope.
All right. But, okay. All right.
What if
moving
what?
on.
What if what?
Yeah. No, literally. What if, like, well, he can be Tony Stark and end up down a wild path that turns him into this Doctor Doom guy.
So
right?
what you're saying is it's gonna
Because
be
they've
it's
already
gonna be
fucked with the universes enough.
so it's
like,
gonna be
what?
a multiverse play where
It's always
Tony-
gonna be. That's all it is now.
yeah, it really is, dude. It's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Like, I'm so
Like-
tired of them heavily leaning on the multiverse. Like, can we just
I
have a
watched
movie?
what is it? Captain America and the Winter Soldier the other day, and I was like, see, remember guys, when we could just like have a movie about stuff and it didn't require time travel or somebody to understand the space-time continuum in an interesting
Yeah.
way. Like, we can go back. We have the technology.
We can't, actually. That's the problem.
Oh,
We're stuck in this. Like,
yeah.
you know?
Well, whatever. I think it'll be interesting to see how they tie it together. But I don't know. I mean, obviously he's talented, so I don't think he's gonna do a bad job. But
No, I think it'll be good.
I did see that the Russo brothers are gonna be directing the movie, so chances of it being pretty good are up there because
Yeah.
those guys don't fuck around when it comes
Definitely,
to
yeah.
making a kick-ass superhero movie. You know. Did you watch UFC 304?
I did
at all?
not watch the UFC. No.
Did you see any highlights or anything?
No highlights. Nothing. The way you like to cold watch movies, I like to cold hear about UFC fights.
Hell yeah, dude. All right. So I just wanna show you and the people this fucking smooth ass transition by one Sir Paddy Pimblett, where he fucking submitted King Green, but like the way he did it, I don't know. It was pretty fascinating. He fucking kicks his leg out. Hold on, I gotta rewind it because it happened too fast. Kicks his leg out. The guy
Yeah.
tries to jump him.
I saw that. Yeah.
And then he immediately just anacondas this fucking guy. And you get your... he's got him in a guillotine /
Dude.
triangle. And then he's locked up an arm, and he
God.
locks up that arm, and he's out. Like, first round... it was so crazy watching it because it was just so fluid the way he fucking
Yeah.
rolled with, like, because he kicked him, tripped King Von, tripped him, and then King Green was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna fucking go for the takedown
Yeah.
while I'm down here, kind of thing. Otherwise, he would have just fell on his face and looked dumb, and then probably would have got his ass kicked anyway. But he's like, all right, well, I'm down here, I'm gonna go for the feet.
Yeah.
Wrong move, because then his feet are at your head, and then he just slithered him around him and choked him out with his goddamn calf.
Dude, that block of the kick was fucking nice. Like I think it happened so quick you don't really get to see like how nice that was. But when
Yeah.
he tried to kick him and he just fucking stopped him,
Yeah,
that was a fucking nice block. Like
yeah.
he's like, I'm gonna kick you. No, you're not. All right, well,
So
guess I'm not.
actually, I have other plans for you. You're about to go unconscious in about 38 seconds.
That's insane.
And it
man.
was all first round too, like
Yeah.
right away. Like they were, and I mean, Paddy, I watched a video of him, and he's like, people can't prepare for me because I'm a psychopath. Like I just do random stuff. Like I don't, and like it's very obvious. He is very like shoot from the hip on like what's happening. Very improvisational, which I appreciate. I think it's a lot more fun to watch somebody like him versus, you know, guys who are very like structured and rigid, and they're like, I have to get this, and then I'll pull you on the ground, and then I'll weigh down on you, make you tired, and then round 5 I might choke you out, or I'll just win by points or whatever. And it's like,
Yeah.
like I get it, very technical, very efficient, very cool if you're into that shit, but also I just kind of want to watch people get choked out or knocked out, whatever.
Yeah. No, I mean,
It's-
I think probably what makes him so good is that he's unpredictable. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because people who are so rigid and structured, they're like, well, if I'm going to do this, he's going to do this, then I'll do this, and then I'll do this.
yeah,
You know
it's
what I
very
mean?
calculated.
So you think you know what's going to happen, and then like he's just fucking doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like I was watching a streamer today play, and he was shooting at this guy, and the guy's movement was so terrible that he couldn't predict where he was going to be, and he was like, this guy sucks so bad that he's good.
That's probably me. That's probably me he was fucking fighting. When I played PUBG a little bit with my buddy and his friends, and they're very serious. My buddy used to stream pretty heavily, and like they took it very seriously, and he's like, you should play with us. I'm like, similar to like when you asked me, I'm like, I don't think you actually want me to play with you. Like, I'm not good. I'm gonna bring the team down, and I'm just gonna be there for comic relief is essentially what's going on. But like I would end up, because there's a tracking site where you can go to see if you were in a stream,
Yeah.
like caught in somebody's Twitch stream.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and like on several occasions when I was playing with them, I just happened to kill a Twitch streamer while he was trying to fucking. I just like, I don't have a methodology. I'm very like, I'm just gonna do what I feel is safe for me, and a lot of times it doesn't work out well. But every now and then,
Dude.
I catch a motherfucker. And,
I'm telling you, dude, like when people do, when like you're playing against someone and they don't do something, like you've done the same scenario 100 times and they
Yeah.
don't react the way that you know people react, and you're just like, what's going on?
What? Why are you doing this? Act normal, please.
Speaking of, companies doing things that don't make sense, Ford.
Yeah.
Ford is coming out with they say they're in works on making it to where their car can tell on you if you're speeding.
Oh.
So buckle up, dude. If you buy a Ford, in the next couple years,
We're gonna fucking sell Mustangs that can go 160 miles an hour off the fucking lot, but don't do it.
Yeah. I guess apparently they're gonna put technology into their vehicles that if you speed, the car will call the cops on you.
That is the cop's job. They need to catch me. That's not Ford's job. You don't get any money for tickets, you pieces of shit. What the fuck? Ugh.
Yeah, I don't understand how.
It would be way wild if it was a government thing where they're like, you need to put this in your car, because I think horses would make a comeback. But for them to just on their own go, you know what, fuck you guys and you're speeding. You can do that. It's called a governor. You put a governor on your car to make it go dead at 110 miles an hour like everybody else does, and then I buy a $300 computer rigger that bypasses it.
That bypasses it, exactly. Yeah. If I want to do stupid things,
this is the game we play. Okay. Yeah. maybe those computer things will bypass this thing. That would be cool.
It's just like ads on the internet. I download an ad blocker to stop the ads, and they make a stronger ad thingy, and then I download a stronger ad blocker. It's we're just gonna play this game.
Eternal battle that we're locked in, and man, I fucking hate that so much. It makes me want to buy a car from 1968. Can I afford a car that old? No. But here's the thing, I want one because it doesn't have any tracking stuff on it. So every day we inch closer to me wanting a classic car for specifically only that reason. It annoys me that they're so expensive because it's fucking classic. I don't care. I just want something that I can just tinker on. I don't need a fucking whole ass computer set up to work. I don't need 8 lifts.
Yeah.
And a guy named Tito to help me fucking fix the motor, okay? I just yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, if you've made it this far, we appreciate you for making it this far. We appreciate all the comments and everything else you do, and the people that that actually listen every week. I love you. Levi loves you.
Yep.
But now for your second most favorite part of the show.
Wait, what's the first?
I don't know.
Oh, all right.
But before I get started, smash that like button.
Yeah.
Smash the heart button on. A lot of you listen on Spotify. Fucking like us on there and stuff. Yeah, you can. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
Get
All right.
it together.
Here we go. Am I the asshole for not ordering any food so I wouldn't have to split the bill? I like it short and sweet. I, 27 male, have been a part of a small friend group, around 8 people total, basically since college. For some background, 2 people from the group, Susan and Greg, are just absolute leeches. Going out for lunch, expect them to order the most expensive thing on the menu and then feed you some sob story about their finances and then dump half the bill on you.
Wow.
All right. Last weekend, Dan, one of the people from the group, told me about a casual dinner. I told him how if Susan or Greg were there, I wasn't going to come.
I love that this is just like a subplot in their friend group. Like, everybody knows Susan and Greg and their bullshit. They're fucking going, I'm not going, I'll tell you that.
He tells me they're going to be there, but I should just put my opinions aside and come just once. All right. This is kind of where I might be an asshole. I agreed with him and told him I would be there. I show up and we all get to talking. Everyone began putting in their orders. Most of them spent about $40. There were only about 6 people there. When it gets to Susan and Greg, they both ordered expensive dishes, around $200. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
When it's my turn to order, everyone looked at me, and I just picked up the menu and pointed a $4 Miller Lite and sent the waiter away. Dan asked why I didn't order anything, and all I said was I lost my appetite.
Yeah, I bet you did.
The other 2 friends got up as well to cancel their orders and just have drinks. Oh.
Fucking led the charge. I love it. Okay.
After the main courses came out, I saw Susan and Greg picking out their food. The waiter then brings over the check, and Greg then grabs the waiter and asks him to split the check 6 ways. I stand up and correct him, saying the check was to be split 3 ways. Greg looked at me confused and asked why, since we always split the bill. I reminded him that 3 of us didn't eat.
Yeah.
So we were just going to pay for our drinks. So basically, at the end of the night, Dan, who probably only ate about $50 worth of food, was stuck with a $146 check.
Jesus.
Yes, I remember the exact number.
Yeah.
I swear I saw his jaw drop when he picked that receipt up. I slid a $10 towards the check, said goodbye, everyone, and walked out. The next morning, I found my phone full of texts from Greg and Susan telling me I was an asshole for not ordering any food and forcing them to pay more than they had accounted for. I honestly laughed because the steaks alone were more than what they had paid, but to each their own, right? I also got a lot of messages from Dan saying that I could have just not come instead of pulling that stunt and getting him stuck with an outrageous bill. To be fair, had he not showed up, he'd have still got stuck with that fucking bill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Edit number 1. At this restaurant, the bar is separate, so drinks are on a separate bill, if that makes sense. And if anyone's concerned about leaving a tip, I live in Australia. I guess they don't tip there.
Yeah. No fucking tipping. Yeah.
Edit
Should have sent it to me. I could have read it in his voice. The old fucking Greg in season. Here they go.
Edit number 2. Hey guys, just wanted to clarify some things. 1, 90% of restaurants where I live, they don't do separate checks and might separate the bill for you if you're lucky. By the way, this post is in AUD, so if you want the amount in USD, you have to convert it, which I think is about 2 to 1.
So
it'd be less. So
okay.
yeah, so like it would have been like $90 something for Dan.
Okay.
Right? Because
Still.
it's like more.
Yeah.
2, Dan could have easily asked Greg and Susan to transfer him the money if he wanted, but he's always been about helping them through their financial hardship.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they're just using him and keeps dragging me into it, I admit that what I did was immature, but I'm tired of being forced to play along. It's his money, and if he wants to spend it on him, that's fine, but I'm not paying for them. Number 3. Also, Dan's a really good friend of mine, albeit blind as fuck. I was just trying to get him to see what kind of people he was helping, quotation.
Yeah.
I will admit it was a tad bit petty. I don't think it was petty at all. I don't think it was petty, not one fucking bit, dude. Especially, like, you read the room. Like,
yeah.
I'm always, if I go out with friends and I know it's a possibility that we're going to split the bill, I like read like what's going on. Like, oh, you're ordering like a $10 thing? Cool. I'll order an appetizer and I'll also, you know what I mean? Like, I'll fucking, yeah. If you're okay with being a dickhead and ordering a shit ton of food because you know your friends are going to cover a big chunk of it, you're a dick.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Any more edits?
No more edits. That was it.
All right. Yeah, no, I think he acted appropriately. First of all, I will say I've never been in a restaurant that's split. I've always done separate. Like, yes, it's more difficult, more work on the server to make it separate and like keep everything organized, but also we always tip accordingly. Like, I'm never, if I'm in a big group, I'm not gonna tip them $3 on my, $40 ticket. Like, I'll give them a pretty decent amount because obviously it's a lot more work, but I've never been in a restaurant or like situation where we've split it, done like an even split, which
that must be an Australia thing.
Maybe.
Well, you can ask too. Like, I've been to restaurants where like you're eating and you're just like, hey, like the appetizer we kind of shared, like it was for the table.
Yeah, I've seen that, like where they split up the chips and dip or whatever.
Yeah, or the fucking
Yeah, I just don't think that this guy is an asshole for what he did. I think he obviously understood what they were doing. They were taking advantage of the situation and have been doing it, and he finally was like, actually, I'm gonna fucking prevent you from doing that anymore, because, or at least to me, I mean, his buddy got stuck with it, but his buddy also could have like done the same thing. Like, but it sounds like he is a nice, like, too nice of a guy.
They sound like a shitty couple, like, to be fair. Like,
yeah,
that's insane. Like,
I don't know.
That means, because like if his numbers are right, then that means based off his math, he ordered like a $40 thing, and they ordered a $200 thing, and then his bill was still $146 after a 3-way split. There has to be drinks and shit they ordered too.
Yeah.
That like
or
brought
like
the bill up.
or
Fucking
like appetizers, and it seems like they definitely like amp it up when they're in this situation because they know it's gonna get split, which is even more fucked up to do.
Yeah.
I think it's fucked up enough to like already do that and like think that you're gonna pull a fast one on your friends, but like it's especially fucked up to be like, actually, it'd be like if without having a bill split, if your friend invited you out and you're like, wow, I don't have any money, whatever reason, and they're like, oh, I got it, and then you like order the most ridiculous shit, like 8 chocolate fountains, please. Like,
yeah. No, if I'm going out with somebody and like that's because I've had that happen before, where like you go out and you're like hanging out and they're like, let's go get food, and it's like, well, I'm kind of like trying to watch what I spend or whatever, and they're like, don't worry about it, I got you. I'm looking at like the smallest, like the cheapest thing I can order that'll still like be like worth eating. Yeah. Because I don't want them to spend a shit ton of money on me.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely been in the situation, like especially in my Navy days when we would go out to eat, or like people would be like, do you want to go? I'm like, no, because I spend too much money already. Like, I don't want to do that. And they'd be like, no, we got you. I'm like, all right, so I'm just gonna get. I always go for like the bottom and then like go up a little bit. Like, not the very cheapest thing, but definitely not like even mid-range. Like, it's in that bottom quarter. Like, this is where I live when people are giving me a favor. I don't order $200 worth of fucking steak, you fucking Cretans.
Dude, people are
that's a wild
disgusting.
way to behave. I just don't get it. I'm surprised that nobody else really has said anything other than like the 2 sympathy people who were like, actually, fuck it, we'll just get beers too. Like that whole like unifying moment of all 3 of them going, actually, we're not hungry.
Yeah.
Figure it out, fucking Susan.
I'll eat later.
Yeah.
But
we're not even hungry right now.
Everyone agrees though. Like the top comment, not the asshole.
Nice.
Yeah, the whole way down, not the asshole.
Let's go, dude.
What's weird is this one's not voted. Like normally, whenever we get to these, at the very top underneath, and I hate it that it does it, but it shows what like the consensus of people who have voted on this have said.
I feel like it's a spoiler alert,
and it kind of does spoil it for me because I'm like, well then fuck. But I mean, we disagree with those things like half the time anyway.
Yeah,
so
that's
whatever.
True. Well, like maybe they didn't bother putting it on this one because this one's very clear and concise that they're not the asshole.
I do love this guy's fucking screen name though.
What is it?
Additional Wasabi.
How perfect. Compliments of Greg and Season.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that's not the episode name. I don't know what it is. You know.
Oh, it's 100% gonna be
Additional Wasabi.
Oh man,
I love that we're at the point where they don't even make sense half the time, but it's like it's still fun for me. I don't know.
You had to be there. You gotta.
you gotta get there.
The title
it's an
makes
inside
sense.
joke for all of us.
Yeah, the title makes sense if you enjoy the episode. You know what I mean?
If you make it all the way through, then it makes sense, and if you don't, then you're a fair weather fan, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
and also you wouldn't have heard this, so it's fine.
Oh man. All right. We'd like to thank our friends, the Macabre Emporium.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why that one always
David
like I'm always
Sarah.
like, A
also,
real
shout out
creature
to
feature?
David, he fucking tagged me in a post.
that you ruined ketchup, right?
Yeah. And I think it was the pre-cum comment. I can't be sure. He didn't specify. He just said that I ruined ketchup for him. So you're welcome.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He's like, God damn it. I'm like, oh. I don't know. And what's funny is later after we recorded that episode, I used ketchup on something and I was like shaking the fuck out of it. I'm like, not today, bitch. I'm still not getting this fake cancer from this bullshit.
Oh, I love that, dude. Okay, yeah. The Macabre Emporium, the Real Creature Feature, the Society of Cryptid Hunters, and of course, the little known Remedial Scholar. You know, it's whatever. That
Maybe
thing.
That guy will put out a new episode.
Maybe.
Soon.
Ever, I don't know what. Yeah, ever.
I have it on big authority that this one he's working on is kicking his ass. And he's distracted quite a bit, but it's
Nice.
fine. All right. That's it. I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.
Tip your bartender.